Welcome back to Sit Back Sunday, the third Sit Back Sunday. We don't do anything but sit back on a Sunday. Just kidding, we actually go and do things because it's the only day off we have. So it's not really a day off because we go and do things. Haha! Like I was saying, welcome back to Sit Back Sunday, where today is a little bit different starting off. You guys can see trees going backwards, I guess, in the background. Yes, I am vlogging and driving, but I am not. I'm hands-free. I have one hand on the steering wheel, one hand on this. This is my little camera thing that I have for my mount. And if you guys have not seen that video, go check that out. I'll put the link in the description of me unboxing my little stand thingy that I have. Right now, currently, you guys are sitting in my where everybody puts their change and stuff, and right in my shifter column. We're right by the park. You guys are sitting, one of the legs sitting right there. So you guys are all sturdy and good, and yeah, so I don't have to hold you guys. But today we are going to the DeVos place. If you guys don't know what the DeVos place is, it's a big arena place in Michigan, in Grand Rapids, and they're having an annual car show there. Today is the last day, and it is open to 5. It is currently 2:33 in the afternoon. Well, 2:34. My clock's a minute off. I woke up late. Woke up at like 1 and didn't realize they closed at 5, and then I had to get around. So it took me a little bit. And if you guys are not familiar with Michigan, not from Michigan, just not really familiar with it, there's days where it's really, really nice. Then there's days it's really, really, really crappy. Today is one of those crappy days. Sorry, camera fell there. I was turning onto the freeway and my camera fell. So I'm excited to go to this car show, auto show, because there is a bunch of freaking cool cars there. Let's see what else. I'm not quite sure. I'm excited. I'm excited to see a bunch of awesome cars that I've only seen like once or twice in person. So I also want to apologize if there is any bumps, like chattery, looking, jiggly movements, because of the freeway. The freeway is not the best place to have a camera mount and drive. So, but I will see you guys when I get there. So, currently at the DeVos place in the parking garage. Just walking through. Oh, got a vehicle behind me. Get out of the way so we can go into the DeVos place and go see a bunch of cars. Hurry up and get out. Put the old hood on. Zip up the old coat. Get it rolling. Let's go. First time going into the DeVos place. Never been here before. So probably get lost until we find Logan. What's that tree? This one. I'll be right back. There's a Ferrari right when you walk in the door. Doors are back there. Ferrari right here. I want it. I like it. $1 million motor. Cadillac CTSV. White, black trim, carbon fiber trim. Oh my god. 6.2 liter V8, 640 horsepower, 630 pounds of torque, top speed 200 miles an hour. Venturi. If I was to get a new car and get a sedan, this would probably be what I'd get right here. Dude, I wish I could. You know that MSRP is $105,000. I like how they're so specific. That is, yeah. 105,810.9. I love the gloss black rims that they have. I like how with the emblems now that they went like with just the silver on the badge. Can you get it on the front too? No. In the other corner, you got an all-white V10 Plus with the black rims.
We got the Audi R8 V10 Plus Spider, MSRP $218,025. 540 horse. I like how this has less horsepower than that over there. Now this is just a two-door. That's a four-door sedan over there. More horsepower, less price for the R8 V10 Plus. Which, to be honest, I love the Audi R8, but I'd probably go with the Cadillac CTS-V. I woke up in a new Maserati. I guess it's Maserati. Four Maseratis, all in a row. My favorite is probably this one. One of the red parts. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 Maseratis. It's a GLS AMG GLS 63 SUV. Why do you put GLS twice?
Because it's Mercedes. They can do whatever they want.
That's true. 5.5 liter V8 with 577 horsepower.
5.5 bi-turbo. Ooh.
Now this
Got 2 little spinny thingies.
Now this is an SUV I would drive, no problem. V8 bi-turbo. So it has a 4.5 0 to 60, which is ridiculous for an SUV. Because even how big this thing is, for being how big this thing is, this has an the 0 to 60 is almost is amazing for a SUV of that size. Oh Salamandrin, I found your car. The Rolls-Royce Phantom, 6.0 V12. Mine's a V12. 563 horsepower.
I'm glad you can read a sign, buddy.
Me too. I like how they have a 4.5 to 4.2 0 to 60 on this car. They don't give you a distinct. It's like it's somewhere between. This car right here is a absolute tank. These cars. Oh, there's a bright light. These cars weigh an absolute metric ton because they are so freaking huge. I know I should have a wide angle lens on this, but these things are massive. This is the first time I've ever actually seen a Rolls Royce in person. And I knew they were big, but Jesus, this looks like grandma's car on steroids.
Oh, it's 2017. Whoa, hi there.
What'd you say?
I said I want this car. Who wouldn't want this damn car? Probably. It's 2017, sorry, not 2018.
2017 Aventador S. Coupe.
Coupe? I'm gonna coupe that phone. Realize it was a bad.
We'll come back. We'll come back to it. But the Aston
730 to 600. I got more balls.
The Aston Martin DB11. If I remember correctly, this is a naturally aspirated V12. I may be wrong. You can correct me if. Can I stop talking about balls?
Shut up. There's only 6 at that.
This car sounds amazing.
Look at the brake rotors in that thing.
Don't mind their conversation. They're talking about
the rotors. The circle. Big circle.
Talking about big circles over here.
The hole's drilled in it.
I keep trying to vlog and I can't. Aston Martin DB11. I think, if I remember correctly, this car is naturally aspirated V12. This car sounds amazing. I've heard it on Supercar Blondie. If you don't know who she is, she has a YouTube and an Instagram, and she does things about cars all the time. But this car sounds gorgeous. I would almost take this car over this. I know, crazy, right? Aston Martin over Lamborghini Aventador. But this car, stock sound, Sounds absolutely amazing. Walk out, you see Ethan.
T! And then a Porsche.
And a Porsche. A nice gray GT4 Porsche. It's always kind of a fan of Porsches, even though they were so small, but the new GT3 RSs and the GT2 RSs, obviously they're not the same cars, GT4s, I want one. But for MSRP of like $200,000.
Don't touch my car. You want one, but you can't have one because you can't afford it.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want to hear it.
You decided to come here when I was, so that's on you.
That is true. Here's a nice back shot at the GT4.
Don't touch my car.
I love the like brushed, like stainless steel look that they have on the GT4 rims on here. And that's an old steel logo. Yeah, great calipers there. This is I want to drive a GT2 RS, GT3 RS, GT4, anything Porsche GT related is something I want to drive in the near future, if I ever get the chance. Then we come into the big room with all of these cars. All of the cars. You got a Mustang right there. You got a Ford Focus ST right here, which you should drive.
No. I wouldn't even drive that, honestly. It's a Ford.
5.0 Mustang GT.
Right over there's the Mustang Corvette, or Mustang Challenger.
I have to go over there. Honestly,
The engine of the there's so much engine.
that's what happens when you get a 5.0 Mustang. You got the headlights on and everything. Like the new Mustangs, I was like Mustangs growing up. As I got older, I more became a Dodge fan.
They're playing Hotel California.
They're playing Hotel California in the car.
Howdy.
So, but I love this blue. Like, I'm not the biggest Mustang fan anymore. But with the black rims and this blue, the new greenish blue color that they have coming out for the new Mustangs is, and Ethan's turning on the lights and stuff, is not my favorite. I think it's honestly kind of ugly in the new Mustang. Ethan, why are you? Oh. You're a dick.
Go away. Hey, I'm buying one. Yeah, we're the one buying here, you're not.
You need to upgrade the door handles. Alright, but...
Here, get in there.
I told Ethan we gotta let you sit in it before you throw a little girl fit.
Yeah, get in there.
You can light up on the Mustangs.
Turn off your hazards, Ryan.
Oh my god,
This is so tight. Turn the hazards off.
Right in the middle. Center console.
Center console.
Center console.
Center console.
That's your steering wheel.
Right there. Flick it
I don't
out.
know how you got here if you don't know the difference between a center console and a steering wheel.
Should I buy one? Should I buy one?
I want to buy one.
For what? Sitting in a car that's playing music?
Yeah, actually.
You can get charged copyright. Well, that's bullshit, and I'll tell the world that's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
You're bullshit.
This is a nice little shifter we got going here.
They take it off so you don't know what you're doing. So you don't steal it.
Yeah.
Even though without it, you can probably figure it out.
It's
I
not
know
hard.
I can. Yeah,
Push button,
exactly.
start, stop.
Yeah. Even though you're not a Ford fan, I'd still buy one of these. Even though I'm not really a Ford fan. Everybody wonders what kind of car I want next after I get all my cars paid off and stuff like that. My car.
Your
that is-
car, yeah, so you don't have that many.
No. Is a Camaro. SUV Camaro right there.
You doing anything today?
Probably not.
Wanna go to the mall?
Yeah.
Alright. Go to the mall.
So in fact, I would go probably with a Camaro SS or a ZL1 if I had the extra funds to do it, because yeah. Well, thanks.
I'll just see you later, pal. I can't even see your face.
It's the only problem I have with the Camaros is with my car I have a lot bigger window range. With Camaros they
Hello.
sit lower.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
The windshield's really tiny too, if you didn't notice that.
Yeah, I actually just noticed that, like the Camaro. With the Camaros, you don't get a whole lot of, there's not like vantage points, or yeah, I guess you want to call them vantage points. So with just the base
Rally
RS, you still.
Get the fuck out.
You
You're
are
obviously not car people.
Why are you here?
And I do like the.
Alright, let's go find somewhere else.
I do like the vents you have on the Camaro. How like all you gotta do is turn it and it opens. Turn it back, it's closed. I like this. How you doing, sir? This is a very simplistic car. Nothing really major going on. You got your glove box, your shifter, your screen, your turn dial for anything you need, on and off button, call, home, all that, the basic stuff. You have your mode button to switch the modes, or like you're going into sport or anything like that. You have obviously your flashers. Super simplistic with this one. Very, very. Oh, you even got the paddle shifters, which. Ooh, I like the paddle shifters. I always wanted a car with paddle shifters. I do like this a lot though. If I was to go with a new car, I would go Camaro probably, just because even though you don't have very much space when you're, with your blind spots and stuff like that, but still, I do like this car a whole lot, and I would probably go with one of these. And the door handles, I like the door handles too because they lift up. You getting in here too? I like the rims on this Camaro with the stripe, right, like the, I just want to call it racing stripe. It reminds me of the Dodge logo though. Only thing that gets me about this, other than that, I like the black rims, but I feel like everyone nowadays is going with a black. I guess you can go with just the base alloy color rims, but everyone at the car show has the black rims with the silver logo on their car. Like Cadillac over there has the symbols being silver. The Mustang over there has the symbols being silver, and so does this Camaro. But I do like this, even the gray color. I'm not the biggest just gray person, gray, silver. I'm more of a black or red, blue, something like that. But I do like this one. Is not bad. I would take this if it was the only option I had in this color. But I do like how they put the black bow tie on there with the new clear, the new grill, with the new tail lights. I like the very clean, clear look that they have to them. I didn't even realize this. They have the Camaro. Look how close you can see that it has the Camaro logo in the stripe right here, which is that's a cool addition that they have to the car. This is just a 4-cylinder Jaguar F-Type, but I'll get a better shot of it in a second. But Alcantara on the seats. I think the Alcantara. That's cute. They have Jaguar on here. Aww. But if they had the V8, the SVR here, I would totally be sitting in this more and doing more of a kind of review on it, I guess you'd want to say. But definitely the Alcantara inserts for the seats. The Alcantara seats, I guess you'd say, not inserts, but the Alcantara seats are a big yes in my book. Everything else is just either leather or leather. You gotta do the Farghini, a Farghini rub. Charger RT, Durango SRT, Challenger SRT, all 392s. I think we need to get this.
Get in here.
I'm getting it. Ooh. Somebody forgot a hat in
It's
here.
my hat.
Oh,
Dumbass.
somebody forgot a hat in here. Ben,
Yeah.
buy it.
Buy it.
Buy it.
Buy this one too.
Yeah.
All right. This and the Mustang.
This and the Mustang.
All right. What else?
Oh, they even have SRT.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
back seats too. That's
Yeah.
cool. Not on the all the way back seats because nobody cares about them.
Right here.
They got it on there, and obviously on the ones up at the front.
If your seat's labeled, you're important. See that?
Exactly. Seats are labeled. You're important, right, Logan?
What?
The seats
Exactly.
in your car are labeled. You're important if you're sitting.
SRT. Well, just get ready to put a license plate on that.
You get the touchscreen. Is it touchscreen?
Probably not.
Probably.
I know on the Mustang it is.
Like it is.
I just realized with this they have the Beats audio, and they have, I'm pretty sure there's just cloth seats, but the 392 Durango with the black rims, white. I hate you guys because you guys are gonna sit in it before I do.
Let him in.
Look at that, chauffeur and everything. You're a sweetheart.
Thanks, babe.
Woo!
Let's do this shit.
This reminds me of the old Dodges.
Intake. It's a 392. It's not even a
Old
question.
cars. The
I just had a
speedometers.
Dodge-gasm.
Oh. 392 Hemi with the shaker intake. This is one beast of a motor. Holy air filter. Oh my goodness, that is one. That is an intake if you ever saw one. So, of the group of us three, I am the car guy. He likes trucks. He likes trucks.
No, he's a car guy too. He refuses to buy a truck. They're faster. You can get a 6.4 liter V8. That is fast. I can put one in my
But
car. I'm going over to this
I normally like cars. You
I'm
guys
going
see
to
me.
eat
I'm
pizza.
vlogging with cars and stuff like that. But I want a truck. I want a truck so freaking bad, cause there is this big boy that I just got out of. It's a Ram 2500 HD turbo diesel. I want this truck so bad. This truck is badass, especially in this color. It's like gray color with the black rims and the black handles, black everything. Like everything is basically black on this. And I love this truck so much. I want it so bad, but it's way more than I have. There's not even a cost on this. That's total price. Here we go. $61,000. Truck of choice, if I get a truck, be Silverado, GMC, or Dodge. GMC Denali 2500. I think it's 2500 HD. I want to say it is. It is an HD. Okay, it is definitely a 2500 because it does say Duramax on it. These, you get the brown leather seats in this with the wood trim. I like the wood trim look to it. It's a nice touch. This reminds me of Street Speed's High Country that he got lent, because it's got nice brown leather, a nice like brown leather with a wood like trim and like light brown seats where it says Denali on the back. This thing's badass. This truck is. It's even got the tow mirrors and everything. How do you done? Got all the, I'm at a car show, so you get a bunch of people walking around, but you even get the phone charger. You put your phone right here and charge it, which I think is freaking cool. I would love to have that in my truck, because I'm always on my phone. Not driving, but just on my phone. And so when I leave someplace, I always got to plug my charger in and stuff. That would be nice just to have that right there so I can charge my phone on the go. So I need a truck with that. I want a truck like this so bad. Ugh. I just wish I had the money to buy a truck like this with a sunroof. Sunroof too. Ooh, that was cool. I don't know what truck or car that is, but that sounded awesome. The only difference with this one that I would change is getting black rims, because it's got the alloy rims with it. And that's why I like the Dodge a little bit better, is because they did have the black rims and stuff on that. Got a Yukon over there. Got a Ford Flex here. We got a Mustang over here. We got a Corvette over there with the Camaro. Have it here. This is the Mustang that I personally would not get. I do not like. I'm not a big fan of this color. It's a little bit better in person. It's more. It's a little bit better in person because online it looks more like teal green than green. But this is in person. It's more of like an emerald green. The camera doesn't do it justice. In person, it looks a lot more green than blue, like a blue green. So I do like it a little bit more in person, but it does remind me of a catfish. So only reason I don't like it. But other than that, it's kind of cool, but it's too sedan-y for me. Even though I drive a sedan, this is, I don't know. It just reminds me too sedan-y for me to really be a Mustang that I would like. I do like the blue one over there though. That one I do really like. The ZL1 1LE, my favorite Camaro of all time. This thing is freaking crazy. If you guys don't know anything about the ZL1 1LE, there's the ZL1 and then there's the 1LE. The 1LE, they reduced the weight on it so it can, for more like competing, like. I'm very sorry that I didn't get to vlog all of the cars that were there. My phone ended up dying, and I don't have an extra backup battery. So, holy crap, it's hot in my car. Woo! So, don't try that at home, kids. What I just did, I just took my coat off while driving down the freeway. Not a good idea at all. But I am so freaking hot, and I'm trying to keep my windows from fogging up and stuff. So we had to do it. So I just need to do it. I was way too hot. I was sweating. Yeah, way too hot. But like I said, I'm very sorry that we didn't get to vlog all of the cars that were there because my phone ended up dying. I don't have an extra battery pack or anything like that. So I'll do a little rundown of some of the, like a lot of the cars that I've seen. Some of them I'll go over that I already have seen, and if you probably have seen them already because I probably put pictures in the video. But we saw, like I said, the Cadillac CTS-V 640 horse sedan with like, I think it was like 630-ish torque, maybe. I don't know, I'd have to watch the vlog back. V8. That thing is, I'm a big V8 fan, motors, because I own a V8 car myself. So once I owned a V8, I was like, dude, I love V8s. I don't know what it is. I just like them. I know they goes in more gas than a V6 or a 4-cylinder, but I'm a V8 fan. If you guys ever see my car, or something or anything like that, if you know me in person, you know my car. I love my car to death. So, but that sedan is like one of my favorite. My mom is not a big fan of Cadillacs, but I do like some Cadillacs. And the Cadillac CTS-V, being a sedan with 640 horsepower, is ridiculous. Obviously, that's not all wheel horsepower and everything, but like that thing is like has more, I think 10 more horsepower than the ZL1 1LE, because I'm pretty sure the ZL1 1LE is 630. But for a sedan, like, that thing's nuts. And like people probably would pull up in like their Scat Pack, RT, Charger, Challenger, whatever, and don't know it's a CTS-V, and just be like, what, bro, you want to race? Be like, yeah, sure, and kick their butt. I'm sorry, my nose is sniffly because I had I'm sorry about that. I had some sniffles and I gotta definitely know what's going on because I had Chipotle just down there in the corner. I don't want to grab it. I'm driving, but I got hot sauce on it. So like the hot stuff.
why that always happens. And I hate it. My phone fell again. But like I was saying, I had hot sauce, the hot stuff, the red stuff. So my nose is all sniffly and runny and stuff, and I don't have any tissues, so it sucks. But enough about food. Back to the cars. So, and I did like the white exterior with the black rims and the carbon fiber inserts on the outside, like I can't think of the right word for it, but like they had the hood scoop, they had the carbon fiber, they had the, I think it was the little like fender. No, it's not a fender flare. I can't even think of what it's called at the moment, but like right in front of the little lip at the bottom of the car. There, I saw it. That's the best word I can think of for now. But that was like carbon fiber. And I may be wrong about a few of these just because I've seen so many cars and going. The little details like that are escaping me, but I like how Cadillac does their, like the CTSV and stuff like that. I like the luxury that Cadillac puts into their cars and stuff like that. I would have loved to have been able to sit in that car, just because like I said, I like the CTSVs. But obviously we couldn't because that was in the $1 million motorway. That's what it's called. So, and at $105,000, I'm used to like Cadillacs being like 70, 80. I figured it'd be like 80, 90 maybe. And $105,000 for that thing. That's crazy. So, yeah, quite steep price. But I would definitely get it by the money. So, would I drive it? Yes. Would I own it? Yes. And then on the other side, there was a Audi R8 V10 Plus. I like the R8s. I wasn't too keen on that color scheme they had there, the red and black. I don't mind it, but yeah, I'm more of like a white and black, or like just regular black on black kind of guy. But I used to be more an R8 person, but the more and more I kind of deter away from it. It's becoming less and less of a car that I would drive or own, I guess you would say. So, and that one was actually slower, maybe in a straight line. I hadn't looked it up or anything like that. So it may be slower, it may be not in a straight line with the Cadillac CTSV. But over the two, I'd probably choose the Cadillac CTSV, just because with the Cadillac CTSV, it seems more American, and with Audi, it's European, and it's harder to find parts and stuff like that, and it's just, it'd be more of fixing the car would be more to, I feel personally, I might be wrong, but I feel like it would be more to own a R8 Plus, V10 Plus, than it would be to own a Cadillac CTSV. So that's where I stand on both of those. I would definitely choose the Cadillac CTSV over the R8 Plus. Would I drive it? Yes. Would I own it? Probably. Just because it's an Audi R8. People are like, dude, it's an Audi R8. You own an Audi R8. So, but I also feel like that with the R8s, they haven't really gone very far. I may be wrong, but just like over the years, they haven't done anything crazy with them. Nothing really new. They're just kind of the same stuff, and they just kind of updated a little bit. Now we move on to the 4 Maseratis that were there. Those were cool. I'm not super into Maserati. I would like to get to know them a little bit more, but I feel like Maserati is just kind of like this high class. They remind me of the like European. I don't remember what Maserati, like where they're from, but I feel like they're the eastern sides, like Europe, whatever you want to call it. They're Cadillacs. It's like they're sportier, you know, kind of more luxury vehicle and stuff like that, just higher dollar stuff like that. They're not really made for like muscle or speed, more or less, unless you get like a, top of the line Maserati. But I just, to me, they're kind of like the Cadillacs. You think of Maserati and you're like, oh, they're, you immediately think high class and, money and stuff like that. So that's where I guess I stand on that. Would I drive one? Yeah, Maseratis are cool. I don't know which one I would drive. The SUV looks pretty dope. I like that. Would I drive one of the other ones? Probably. I don't know. I'd have to really look at them and go over them before I drove one. And then we had, I think it was a Lexus. I'm not quite sure. I didn't look at that car very much. I just kind of skimmed over it. So I don't know which one it is. I'd have to ask one of my friends. Here. We got a Ford Fusion passing us. We can beat that little frickin' hybrid car. I'm going about 72, 73. And this guy was going like 75. He just decided, yeah, we're gonna pass him. Hey man, don't be passing a V8. That makes me look bad. And then we go on to the Aventador S Coupe. That car is a monster. Everybody loves the Lamborghini Aventador. If you don't, I understand. Not everyone's a Lamborghini fan, but I like Lamborghinis. They're not my top car. But I do like the white Lamborghini that they had there. That's the only second one I've ever seen in person, Lamborghini Aventador. First one I saw was over the summer. I was in Holland and I found one, or I saw one drive by me. That was blue. This one was white. I think it was a 2017 Aventador. I may be wrong, but I don't. 730 horse. I remember that much. So that's about all I remember on the Aventador S, other than it was, white and badass looking. I don't know how I would feel about driving one, just because they remind me of the Camaro, in a sense, with the visibility. This person's flying. Dang. He was flying around me. And I'm going decent speed too. I don't get it. There we go. Get to see a little bit of the knee action there. Oh yeah, look at that. But for the price tag on an Aventador S, do I have $400,000 that I'm willing to spend on a car tomorrow? No. If I had the money just to be like, yeah, I got this car, yes, I'd probably do it. I don't know. The thing with Lamborghinis is I always liked Lamborghinis when I was younger. It's everybody's dream car, basically. Everybody wants a Lamborghini. Everybody wishes they could have a Lamborghini. And I like to be a little bit different and everything, so, would I own one? Yes, but the older I get, the less and less that I really kind of want one. It's more or less just like, yeah, that's cool, I drive it for sure, but, it's just starts to become kind of lackluster to me, just because, it's just like, yeah, it's an Aventador, it's a Lamborghini. I've seen them before. I've seen it. Okay, cool. I can drive it. That's fine. All right, yeah, I've driven it. I've seen it. So the hype would just be gone. So I don't know. Maybe would I drive it? Yes. Would I own it? Maybe. I don't know. Now the Aston Martin DB11, the one right next to it. That car, I'm gonna come out right and say it right now. Would I own it? Yes. Would I drive it? Of course. That car will have my heart. I was always a big James Bond fan. I always liked the James Bond, not scenario. Like look and stuff. Sorry, just trying to get off the freeway. Now the DB11, if I was correct in the video saying that I'm pretty sure it's naturally aspirated V12, I want to say it was. I can't remember if it was V12 or V10. But that car is crazy. The DB11 is one of the best stock sounding cars besides the Jaguar F-Type SVR. The two cars that I think sound the absolute best off the line from the company are the SVR Jaguar and the DB11. That white DB11. I like white cars. I'm afraid I'd get it too dirty, but the white. There's not a whole lot I can say about the DB11 because I don't know a whole lot, but that car is amazing. I don't know a whole lot about Aston Martin. They kind of remind me of the new Mustangs. The new Mustangs kind of remind me more of like an Aston Martin kind of esky feel. So they do have that kind of catfish look to them. But for over like, I don't know how much the DB11 is. It's got to be over $200,000. But with that car, like, I don't care if it looks like a catfish. It sounds badass. It looks badass. It goes fast. Like, it's all I'm looking for. So, and I'm sure like the features on the inside are phenomenal, especially obviously the Aventador too. So, but I mean, if I could sit on them, I probably have a little bit better justification on all these cars. But I'm sure it's probably got Alcantara, carbon fiber, the whole nine. You know, the whole kit and caboodle. So would I drive it? Yes. Would I own it? Yes. I cannot remember what the next car was. I know there was an Acura NSX in there that they had. That was a cool car. I didn't really vlog it much. I didn't really look at it a whole lot. Oh, somebody's got their headlight up. Well, hopefully you don't get pulled over. The Acura NSX. I don't know really much of anything about the Acura NSX. I know that they just started them back up again. That they were I think it was 90s that they had them. The Acura NSX. I've watched. There's a guy that I like to watch on YouTube, or on obviously this platform, who kind of went off of somebody else's review on the Acura NSX and just kind of was saying that it's not worth it. That the Acura NSX is not worth what the price range is. I don't really have any input on it. If I sat in it, drove it, whatever, then I'd maybe have a little bit of justification. But from what I've heard, it's not really worth it. And I understand everyone has their own opinion, but I can't quite remember all what was in the video. But I remembered saying, kind of being like, oh yeah, he has a good point there. He has a good point there. So would I drive it? Yes. Would I own it? Probably not. And one of the last cars that I do remember being in there is the car that I did not film. One of my absolute favorite cars in the entire world is the Corvette Z06. They had one right next to the Cadillac CTS-V. Now that car, let me crack some knuckles here. That car, I love the Z06. And I know you're like, well, a lot of people have Corvettes and stuff like that. And, YouTubers have Corvettes and stuff. And I know. that's one of the reasons why I love Corvettes. It's because of Street Speed 717. He owns a Corvette Z06, and I'm not just trying to sit here and copy him or anything like that. But I love the Corvette Z06. I love the style. I love the the sound of the Corvette. I love everything about Corvettes. You can't deter me away from a Corvette. I understand their fiberglass bodies and blah 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 blah, and the death trap blah 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 blah. I understand. You still can't deter me away from it. I still love Corvettes. Corvette's one of my favorite cars, sports cars. Now I'm gonna go supercar 01, I think. Whatever. Anyway, the one that was there was a silver that had this, the silver gray kind of look to it. It was like a light silver, grayish color, with the black. I can't even think of it. Little spoiler that the new Corvettes have, which I honestly like. I like them that way. I think they're kind of cool. But with a spoiler, and I can't remember if they had black rims or not. I don't remember. I have to probably watch the video back. But Z06 with 630 horsepower, and if it still remains the same, 630 foot-pounds of torque, that car, oh my god, sure, it's a little bit less than the Camaro Z01, or not the Camaro, sorry. Sure, it's a little bit less than the Cadillac CTSV, but just the way they do everything, the way they open the hood's open, like I said, the production line of all, I don't want to say production line, but the history behind the Corvettes and all the Corvettes, they've always outdone themselves with Corvettes. I think personally, and I may be wrong on the new ones. I know with I think it was 2015, 2014, the Z06s had 630. I'm not quite sure about the new ones, but in a sports car like that, it's hard to beat. Especially with the black Z06 rims that you can get. Those are the cars. So, would I drive one? Hell yes. Would I own one? Hell yes. And also because they're under $100,000, if you want. Mine, the one that I customized, just messed around on Chevrolet's website, was $117,000, but I put everything that I could dream of on that car. So, yes, I would. I could go on for hours about the Corvette, but C7, Z06, 2017, 2018, whatever. I drive it. I drive in a heartbeat.
I hate you.
I know.
I hate him. So, now we're at... I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna kill him.
Do it, you won't.
No balls.
Rape.
I'm gonna rape your butthole.
So now we're at our local current? We're at our local supermarket.
Local current.
Supermarket trying to find... What is wrong with you?
Food. That is what's wrong with me.
Trying to find food for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is tonight. Where are we going? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't care.
I stopped recommend. I had Chipotle, so.
I don't. I don't think you really do know how much I hate you.
It's a hate-love relationship.
Yeah.
You can get some heated, dude. Justice League cookies. These are so good. I like these. I love these type of cookies.
Hello.
What?
It's a block of cookie dough.
You're a block of cookie dough.
You're right, I am.
No, I've not tried a Tide Pod.
They're awesome. They taste like death.
The whole reason why we're here is we're just here to get some snacks for the Super Bowl.
Tide Pods.
No, not Tide Pods. God.
Tide Pods are good.
Don't listen to him.
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
I don't want to know.
Put your mind
I
at ease.
wouldn't want to know. No thanks. So, yeah, we're just here to get some snacks for the Super Bowl just because he's hanging out with me for the Super Bowl.
Please. We can go to your house.
I want to apologize for just stopping mid-conversation and immediately going to the store. I was almost to the store when I was vlogging, so...
I thought you were talking to me. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No.
Pepsi that brings you the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show. Go get it, Justin!
So, it is currently halftime in the Super Bowl. We are watching the Super Bowl right now. We just had to go to the store to get some snacks for the Super Bowl. And, I figured he'd be doing it on stage. So before Justin Timberlake interrupted my Mr. Important vlog, like I was saying, we just went to the store to grab some snacks.
Justin Timberlake can suck my dick. I'm like, if he was next to me, like, go away, please. I don't want herpes.
We just went to the store, got some snacks, and then we came home and I didn't vlog that because it was dark and cold and dreary. And, I think I was pretty much done with the, I think I was pretty much done with discussing some of the cars we've seen. We've seen a couple more trucks. I'll talk about those in a little bit. But yeah, I talked about the Lamborghini. Lamborghini.
There you go.
So now we are currently watching the Super Bowl.
This would be a good halftime show. This would be a hell of a lot better than whatever the fuck I just saw. Hey,
There's Taco Bell in the way.
it's a freaking cow! No more Taco Bell in the way. I don't know what I just dropped it on. It sounded expensive. Oh.
Knocks the tissues. Real expensive.
Hey, tissues are kind of expensive. She'd be like, same, I'd look at it and be like, go away, and then wait for the camera.
So we're watching the game right now. Currently 22-12. Eagles are winning.
Fuck you.
Which I want the Eagles to win just because Tom Brady has way too many Super Bowl rings. It is. Otherwise, I'd root for the Patriots. I like the Patriots.
Patriotism,
I don't understand him. So soon we're going to be eating some boneless chicken wings and spicy chips. We're going to enjoy the rest of the night. Right, Logan?
What?
We're going to enjoy the rest of the night, right?
Everybody wants to keep an eye
I missed the ending because I'm terrible at vlogging in time, but the Eagles won! Woo! Yeah, go Eagles.
Yeah, what he said.
The team I wanted to win won, and I would have went with Patriots, but I feel like Tom Brady has too many rings, so I went.
Bullshit excuse.
So I went with Eagles this time. So.
Cause you're gay.
Since the game is over and we still have food, so we're just gonna play video games and relax. Why do you always flip me off?
Because I fucking can. What you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
We're gonna play some Diablo. Probably eat a little bit more food.
I'm gonna play you.
And
Like a fucking accordion.
I'm just gonna deal with his BS.
Yes, sir, you are.